Hey, MJ.
Hey.
You're supposed to say, hey, Sean, but
Hey, Sean.
I guess everyone already knows it's 1:30 in the morning on a Thursday night. I remember was going to say, why do you have such red face?
Friday morning.
Friday morning, and I have rosacea. I've had it since I was about 3 years old, and I've always have red face. And for some reason, it's always like this in the night. You know what I mean? Especially like when it's like stressed out mood and have a lot of lights on us. And today was kind of a stressful, weird day. And
Why?
why I was at that
This is the
job all
job.
day,
Oh, yeah.
or that stupid, not stupid, but it's like I was in there at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I got up at 10, and I don't know. I don't do good in the morning. I've been there all these days in a row, and
I don't either.
it gets tiresome when I have to keep doing that. We have something like exciting we're doing in the next couple of days. We're not going to say what, but you'll see, like when we talk about it in the video. And we're here today to do another video on why we hate school. And well, we've done the middle school one, we've done the high school one. At least we've done the first parts of
I
them.
was going to say, we did the high school one already.
Yeah, we did. We were just tired that night we did it.
I just wanted to go to bed that night. That's how I feel now.
I know. And now we're doing why we hate college, like Van Wilder. Although Van Wilder liked college, so he stayed there for like over 7 years.
I couldn't wait to get out.
And the thing is with you is you started high school. I mean, you started college when you were in the last year of high school. Throughout the whole year, because most people would do like work study if they were going to do anything. You did something new that no one else had ever done, which was go to college.
I know. And it's not like anyone really noticed when I got to the college, because it's not like I looked like this kid going there, because I always looked older than everybody, so I fit right in.
You did college half day,
Like,
so it was like
I took, I think, about an average number of classes is about, for like a full-time student in college, you'd have to have like, I think about at least 4 classes. 5 maybe? I think. So I took about 4 classes, and I took like 3 or 4 in high school, so I had about 8 classes.
you had like half day, like you'd leave at like 12 after we ate.
You have to read lunch.
Sometimes you have to leave early, and you have to drive all the way out to like Essex, and it took like, in that kind of traffic, like an hour sometimes to get out there. Wouldn't you be there some nights till like 9 at night or really late with some of those classes?
Yeah, I had like one, not the first semester, it was like the next semester I had, it was an art class, it was Monday, it was terrible.
I know, like if
It was like a 5-hour class.
You had way more class than you should have had. Like you were in class way more hours than you would have been if you would have just stayed in high school. Like originally you were gonna stay and do high school all day, but then you were like, well, maybe I'll work at the education channel. And then remember, we
both
tried that too, and it didn't work out. It was like we sent them like a demo of these videos, and like it didn't work, and you tried these other jobs, and basically you didn't have one up until like the week before you had to have one. So they were like, well, you could register for college. That's all we can think of. So like the way you had to register for college, you were doing way more. So you were in like a real bad state during all that time, because you were like doing school like crazy. Didn't you have like no free time? Because all you were doing was like doing homework and writing papers. You had to write papers for high school and for college. All that college crap.
It was driving me crazy.
Then you had that terrible old woman nanny teacher, and you had to deal with all that crap.
That awful reading class.
And then remember, you said you'd leave and like just walk around for like 30 minutes because you wanted
to get out of there, because she was just, half the time they were just going on about crap. I mean,
I hated that class.
The most important stuff, it was just them going over stuff. The most important stuff was like the homework, and I did the homework and I understood it, but a lot of crap in class was just, and like it wasn't just her. Some of the students like gave shit to some of the other students. A lot of them, like, there were all these girls that sat behind me and gave me shit. Like, they were, like, always laughing. Like, I could tell they were laughing. They were always pointing at me and giving me shit. I was ready to go, fuck you. Just, like, go back and be like, do you have anything better to do than give me shit? And she's like, hey, MJ. And she didn't even care. She knew it. She was, like, egging them on. She was like, hey, MJ, is there any reason? So, well, what's with the fire? What's going on? It's like, she always loved to make a thing about stuff, so that's why I just got up. Sometimes I just went up and left.
I remember one time when I went in there, like, I went the next year and had that same class, and she's like, I remember you had to take some academic class. Like, when you first were registering this thing, you had to take a test to see which classes they put you in. And for some reason, the day I took the test, I was in this really bad mood, and I didn't put any effort forth. So I just got everything wrong on purpose because I didn't feel like doing it.
I know, when I did it, I was, like, in a rush, so I had no time.
I was just sort of, like, getting it done because I wanted to get out of there.
Like, I was doing something that day.
And I got, like, everything wrong, and I got put in these stupid classes, like these foolish classes. So then I got in that one with that nanny, and it was like, she's like, well, we had this one student, and last semester, and he would always say he had to go to the bathroom every day, and he'd leave, and he wouldn't be back for 30 to 40 minutes. I don't know what was going on. And then when she was saying that, I was laughing hysterically.
Well, you knew it was me.
I knew it was you. There was no one else who would do a thing like that.
Yeah, and I wasn't. Most of the time, I didn't even go into the bathroom. I just walked around just to get out of there.
You were there like, I don't know. That was not a fun thing to have to do. And so remember that one time that year when I was talking to you, and then like I was supposed to be in the class, but I didn't feel like going in there that day, so I was just hanging around outside, downstairs, like way downstairs. Somehow she must have heard me when she was walking by, and she peered over the railing like this. She was like this. Get up here.
I feel like we talked about that.
We did, but
she didn't say anything. She was like leaning. She's like, and did this or did something.
She just leaned over, all over her fat and everything, all over the railing, and like it was just, I don't know. It's not the kind of thing that you want to have happen to you. And like the thing is, like, people like ditch classes all the time. Like I took all these classes that were like these Dukish film classes, film history things, and I got so sick of hearing about film history. I did so many damn film history classes. How many did you take? You took like every one there was.
There was just like, I think 5 or 6 of them.
You took, it's like, and there was all the same stuff about Max Fleischer and all that. It's like
Cecil B. DeMille.
It's like, how many times can you hear the same stuff again and again?
I know, like the broadcasting class, and I took, I think there was like then film production, and it was ridiculous. It was like general film production.
Oh yeah, like we knew about all that stuff.
It was ridiculous. Like half the people in the class, it was crazy. I mean, it was so different to me because most people in the class didn't know how to put the camera on the tripod the right way. I'm like, you're serious? And they're like, yeah. And then I said, no, you seriously? And then they even said, do you know how to do this? And I just snapped it right on. They're like, they said, wow, you must have been paying attention. I said, no, I knew how to do this before I even took this class. I've been doing this since I was like 11.
I know, and then like...
I'm not used to... And then my mom's like, well, you have to understand that, not everybody, this isn't second nature to everyone like it is to you. And I'm like, well, it's so weird to me.
I remember we took those stagecraft classes. And like, it was like us, and we're not lying about this, us, and it was all these lesbians. And this is not a joke. And it was like one or two straight guys, I think. We think.
I think at least, and I know at least 1 or 2 of them were straight.
Maybe. And like all the lesbians, and we're not joking about this, they'd all go outside and smoke together on like this ledge, and
with the teacher.
With the teacher who was a lesbian. And we're not joking about this. And somehow, when I first walked into the class, I didn't even know, like for some reason I didn't even know you were in that one or something. I was like, did I sign up for the one without you? So I walked in there, and I like had like my face was like, it was just all BNs at first, and that's all I saw. And I have nothing wrong with lesbians. I'm friends with lots of them.
Me too. Yeah.
But the thing is, it was just a weird experience because I was like, wait a minute, did I sign up for a class that I didn't belong in? It's like I'm just like this man in there, and like they were probably like, what's he doing in here? And they didn't like us too much. Like at first, like we thought we were getting along well with them, and it didn't go too well after a while. Remember there was that other guy in there who had the same name as you.
Yeah, the same first and last name. He was.
We're not saying your first name, so don't even try and get it.
But he was like
his last name was weird.
But it was like because I said they looked at me and then it's like did you sign up for this class twice? I'm like, no. They said your name's on here twice. And then she said my name, and then I heard this guy behind me go, "That's my name." And then everyone in the class is all like looking at each other. Like I swear I could have heard the Twilight Zone theme playing in the background.
And that
I remember looking at each other. But then again, it's a common name.
And the worst thing that happened to me was when we were moving all these like plates around, like, and this board fell from the ceiling, off the ceiling, knocked me right in the head so hard. I have not been the same since.
I know it's like
I have been weirder and stranger since that happened.
That thing, I think it was like that thing was loose and it was hanging and like I don't know, no one knew it was up there. It just came out of nowhere and hit
it fell. And I remember screaming in front of the whole class, "You goddamn dumb fuck, MJ!" And I said it so loud, the whole class stopped.
We started yelling at each other.
I was screaming because like this thing hit me so hard. I thought it was going to be the end of me.
And wasn't I like I was yelling? I was like, "Is that my fault, fat ass?" And like we're yelling at each other. Everyone's looking at each other like.
And but this thing didn't fall like a little thing. This was like a 50-pound block of wood that just knocked me over the head with all the force. And somehow I didn't die from it or have to go to the hospital. And it fell in a really bad way.
Didn't we ditch after that?
We did, and like we used to always ditch and walk to the buffet. The buffet is now closed down, which is a bad sign because maybe it was infested with rats.
But yeah, since we didn't drive there back then, and it's not like it was just down the street.
No, it was like a mile away, and like
At
we
least.
would get so like
In the heat with
and
those
the
heavy
thing is, the
bags.
food at this place at the school was so bad. Remember, like the pizza and stuff. It was like eating death.
It was.
High school food tasted like the greatest food in the world compared to the food they had at college.
No.
And some people were like, "Oh, college food has great food." Not Essex Community College, Grand Bonnet County's food. Taos University's food was better.
Yeah, their pizza and their rice were good.
Yeah, because it was basically like they had like, A and
They actually had
W.
sushi there too.
They had everything at that, but at Essex Community College, Grand Bonnet County, they had shit. That food though, I mean, it was like the stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. It was so bad, and it was nothing good. And like, I don't know. So we would go, and we would like a lot of times we would leave, and like we'd get done in the stagecraft, and then we'd have a period of like 3 hours. Remember, we didn't have to do anything, or 2 hours.
And that was our
So
advantage to
then
go
during
do
that
stuff.
time we'd run, and you had this big guitar at the time, so we always had a big problem with that. So you used to always have to stick it underneath of this chair and go,
I
and
remember
you
that.
and you always like, Sean, I hope no one steals it. And the whole time I was like, MJ, no one is gonna steal the thing. And like the first couple of times you were always so paranoid it was gonna get stolen, and it never was. It was always still there underneath of the seat. You hid it like
I
stuffed
completely
it.
forgot about that.
You stuffed it underneath of these seats. And then we'd walk this long way down there, and like we'd go down to that buffet, and like by the time we got there, we were always so sweaty, hot, and tired.
We were
There was
like
like
a mess.
we were done for the whole day.
And I had to get back for this media class.
Oh yeah, and the guy who looked just like the guy from Who's the Boss.
The teacher. And remember, like once we ran back, and I had like 5 minutes before I had to go. No, I had like at least about 10 or 12 minutes before I had to go back in. So we're on a bench outside, right outside the building where the class was. My throat was so dry, I was so sweaty and pooped out. I was like, catching my breath. I'm like, I can't believe I made it.
And remember the one time that this some student, and I thought he was gonna kill us, picked us up.
No, he was like this nerdy, like he was like this computer nerd from my old
He's like
college.
turned over and
No.
said, "You guys need a ride," and
he was like
you
this-
were you were like, "Okay."
No, I knew him. Like he was like this computer nerd from like a group I used to eat lunch with when I was still in high school. When I went to that college, like he was at the college, and I'm like, I know this guy. He was on his computer all the time. He's not going to do anything.
And I remember I was worried he was gonna kill us.
I doubt it. I mean, no, it's you got real paranoid for no reason.
Yeah, I know. And then we would go over there, and sometimes you'd be late, you'd miss the class, and then you'd get all paranoid, like that guy was gonna get all mad about it. He never did.
Would that mean that media stunt
And I remember I remember one time in the media center, someone clicked me. I think down the old Donovan from National Board, someone said, "Check out this link," and I clicked it. It was one of those. Remember those like old things they used to do? It was like a porn pop-up attack, and like it would show, "I'm watching porn." They would say that real loud, and it would pop up all this dirty stuff. That actually happened once on one of those school computers, and everyone was looking. I had to turn it off real quick and unplug it. It was not a fun thing.
And that computer room, it was so stupid. Remember, like it had this stupid bulletin on the wall that said the rules of the computer room: no food, no drink, and it said no internet surfing. Everybody in there was playing internet games and checking mail and doing all sorts of shit.
And then we used to drink stuff in there, and we didn't follow any of the rules.
I know this was real stupid. In this other computer room, remember there were those two like foreign girls who were on this. There was some cord, or there was something they were doing. It was something. It was like real expensive, like means of communication or something. I don't know what they were doing, but you and I were just looking on our message board, and someone came in, and after they left, someone said someone in this room is using a lot of modem or doing something. And I looked at them, so we'd appreciate it if you didn't do this anymore. It's like we're just looking on a message board.
Oh yeah, those foreign girls were like talking to someone in France, like with a webcam or something. Remember?
Or something. It's like, and
Oh yeah, they came in, they got real mad at us. They said, "Stop that!"
and it's like, they said we'd appreciate it if you don't do this. Shut off and just leave. It's like.
And I
then
used
they
to
left.
go in there and look
Like
at
the
Tom
minute
Rick.
I'm like, the look they gave us, folks. If you got this same look, if you were doing something wrong, and if you got this look, you'd be pissed. After they left, I did this. I'm like, I'm like.
I remember like
I
we used
just-
to always look at Tom Green's website when he used to just do those little video blogs. He's like, "Hey guys," and he used to show his parent and whatever, and just walk around the house.
Oh yeah.
That's what we used to always watch that. And we used to, for some reason, we used to like to watch our own videos back. I mean, we used to like watch them back real loud, so everyone would see them and see we're in them. It was a weird thing we were doing. And then we used to always like Sometimes we'd leave and we put like all the computers on our website.
I'd set all the computers to the main page.
To see what would happen.
I think like we got views from that.
And a few people at the school started saying like, "Oh, I saw you on this" and stuff. I wonder like, and then we go back there now every so often to that school. It's like it's a really shitful experience though. But I remember one time something happened and like when we were trying to do all those Thursday videos, search on there and you can see what they are. We got in like fights about it. Remember we became so rushed and crazy about getting them done and we would get paranoid about it.
Yeah.